What's up?
Friends, welcome to the show. I mean, I've seen Brian ever since 2013, the end of 2013, and up to now. Yeah, but what I remember is the hustle.
Yeah,
we went there, hustle together, but my hustle was not your hustle. My hustle was, already I was somewhere.
Yeah.
2013, 2014, I was somewhere. But I met you with Zuli, and that time I think, what was the relationship between you and Zuli, besides him being the producer? Because for me, I see you as brothers. I don't know. Anyway, tell us.
Zuli's mom was a good friend to my mom.
Okay.
So we grew up in the same shelter and under one family.
Oh,
yeah. Grew up. So we grew up from baby class to where we are now. We've been together.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're brothers. That's why the connection was unbreakable, and it's still unbreakable because you know each other's downs, ups, and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, what I heard is like Zuli was also the manager at the beginning, was trying to push the brand.
Yeah.
You and Jim City.
Yeah, Zuli was doing music, as I was doing music, and other people. We started a group of boys who were staying together at the same village doing music. But as time went on, so we decided to. I think it was me and Zuli.
Yeah.
To do music.
Yeah.
Others went on doing other things.
Yeah.
So Zuli was interested in singing as I was.
Yeah.
So producers were producing our music, but he was not interested in what they are playing.
Yeah.
So he was like, you know what, let me step down, I'm not going to sing anymore. You sing as I play. So he played my first music, though we didn't like whatever he was doing, since we were still learning. But as time went on, that's why he has like 70% of my music.
Yeah. Because you were working like together in a way that your art or his art was not separated from yours. You were doing quite the same things. I'm interviewing you instead because I feel like there's a lot of things that I don't know that you actually know about yourself that I don't know. So growing up in Kamocha, tell me about growing up in Kamocha. Because for me, it's just I also lived in the ghetto, but people don't find the Zambia to be a ghetto, but it's a barracks. Barracks are not something different from a ghetto because it's a ghetto like was what I recall is I lived in a room like this. In the uniport, but then you have to have the curtain that divides your parents, or like what you call the bedroom, and then you have the living room or where you sit. It's just one set of 2 seats or something like that, and then you cook from outside and drink from outside and come back inside, and you don't really have a closet, so there's a lot of nails on the walls and. For that matter, on the metallic wall, and then you hang your clothes by the collar. So in the end, when you come out, So tell me about growing up.
So our journey in Kamocha was really funny. Music was for my eye. Everyone knows that, and indeed, in Kamocha, music was for YI. Because when you try to be a musician or an artist, when you try to fall in the music group, you would be a Miyai there and then, because that was the influence. Because even
without you,
when you sing a song, people see you as someone who has made it. You also see yourself as someone who has made it. You don't even have 1,000 to eat, not even 100 coin. But just having a song.
Was enough.
There was enough. That is why even school was not that okay for us, because we didn't always want to go to school. At least I go to studio than going to school. How am I going to sing? So dada zuri ile ikataga kusoma Yeah, I even remember my UNEB exams. Today I had a paper. Nenga producer gave me a program of 6 p.m. in the Cambodia. So I came for the paper. I came in 30 minutes late for the UNEB paper. I had to first do the song. So I have had it over. It was my first day. So I in a name caller. The paper, I remember I wrote my name. Just was a chemistry paper. Then I did a civil mind. So chemistry. So music was funny. Though whenever we felt like parents were right, we shouldn't do music. Music is so high, we get spoiled, peer pressure and everything. Something came up. Every time we felt like, let us leave music, something came up. Because by that time, let us quit music. We started and do other things. Then some guy came from TOS, it's a Treasure Life Center in Cambodia. It was supporting talents.
It is still there, right?
Yeah, it's still there even right now. So they were like, UNICEF, UN has gone, and UNICEF are together. They want to come up with a campaign called You Report. So, it was a competition. They want to choose that one person who will do it better than our Angole. So we went ahead. Leslie and other friends, they joined and got Timana over Timors, Abadea, Kafaju, Romita Rejema, Eliata POT. He was a rapper. So we went ahead. Kamadanyamba, there is a guy, Ayamiram Firebase, so they all came, and the whole Kamocha thought he would win. Because they believed in Firebase artists by that time. So I challenged everyone, even the Firebase. So I was chosen to do the report, and that's the first time I was taken to Phenom Records.
Wow.
On the studio,
that was my dream also. Like, I remember.
So I like advert, na cover TV on na. So busy. Because I had to stay home and hide. Because I was saying, I'm going to go to Panira Wakati. You stay home. You stay home and hide because you're on TV. That was my first time when I go to TV doing that advert. So whenever the way.
That is, which year was that?
I don't remember. I think if I check on YouTube and see that advert, I can remember the year it was up.
So what was the name of that?
It was You Report advert.
You Report.
Yeah.
Try to search
You Report. So it was a UNICEF advert. It was a campaign. You Report campaign. Yeah, when you see violence around your town or your area, they had a toll-free number. That's why it was called You Report. Yeah. So the time I took at home hiding, there was a Mzungu, I don't remember her name. It was like, we like the voice of the other guy who did our advert. Can we do for him another song as an artist? Just as an artist. So I was happy. But as you know, since we were moving together as family, I told them I can't do a song alone. I have my friends we are struggling with. Can we do a song, all of us? So they were like, so you mean you want to give your opportunity to others? I was like, it's not me giving my opportunity to others. I like doing it with my family because from the beginning we are doing it together.
Exactly.
So I called Zulu, I called everyone. They took us to Dream Studio by that time. There was Pandeman and Brian. It was called Brian. He was a producer. So we did a song. It was called Protect Yourself.
Yeah, I think I saw the song. It was short in Cambodia.
So everyone was excited. Because Dream Studio by that time it was a very big dream for most of the people. So they were excited and they were happy because I had given out my chance to everyone. We got to record a song all together. But still the Mzungu was like, no, I still want to give you your own song.
Individual song.
So he was like, okay. So he took me back to Finland.
Okay.
And I did another song. It was called Ability. It was for us. Well, I think she was a sister to her. She also had a project of children there. She wrote the lyrics and they said the lyrics. Then I had to form melodies out of the lyrics.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm guessing this time was 2009 and 10.
Yeah, around that time.
Because that's the time I think Dream Studio was quite a big deal. Most around 8, 9, 10. Yeah, and what I remember, I met you when you were really young.
Yeah.
So when you talk about all that, and it seems like history, I feel like all this, the blessing of music came to you when you were actually so still.
Yeah.
And I can understand the beating because in Uganda the parenting is mainly beating. Really, they feel like it's what changes your mind to take a good course according to them. To take a good way of path. Tell me about Hits Factory. When do you guys decide to come to Hits Factory and the first studio that you and Zumi were working at before you came to Hits Factory? Because Hits Factory also has its own history. But tell me about the first studio that you went to work at, and then
the first studio was called Spark Studios. It was owned by a son of my grandfather. He was the owner of the studio. It was called Ronnie. So it had producers like Bratoni. And the guy was called Tila. He was called Tila. And the other song of radio.
Tila, I remember that guy.
Yeah, so that song was produced long time ago now.
Yeah, that's 7, 8.
By
2007, 8, because there was Rank Snitcher.
Yeah, Rank Snitcher was the one.
And Brilliant Man.
Yeah. So by that time we weren't singing. We were just around the studio. We like being around the studio. So it influenced us to start music. That's why even Zuli started playing in that studio.
So it was poor production.
Yeah, it was very poor. When a guy called us, I have a studio for you. I think you can come and work in the studio. It has better equipment. It's called his factory in Tinda. So I told Zuli, these people wow. Because we didn't have money, we weren't working. Try to move for transport to and from to every day.
More
and it was much.
Writing to, I mean, like, what do they call it? Trotting or like walking to.
Yeah. And imagine it was 2,000. 500 going, 500 coming back. But to us it was a lot of money.
It is a lot of money, trust me. It is a lot of money, because that's a lot of money.
Yeah, it was really a lot of money and we had to eat. So we getting transport, going to studio, coming back, but without even eating.
And then Hits Factory. Tell me about Hits Factory.
Yeah, Hits Factory, I think it's where officially we started our journey, because we really became more professional in what we were doing. Let me not call it professionalist. We're learning more professionally in music than doing it for just like the way we were before. Because Hits Factory brought so many people and so many blessings to me, to Zuli, because that is where I even met you. Hits Factory, so many artists, Palazos, and everyone. I think it is where even Zuli started playing as Zuli times. By that time he was playing as something okay. But now Hits Factory, that's where Zuli came from.
I know. And each time we were recording, there were cows mowing outside.
You had to record before the cow mows.
It was tough for us. I did this session with Zuri and we talked about it, and it was really fun. Because most of the time, you in the booth you couldn't hear. And then the producer says, okay, we have to do this again. Like, why? Yeah, the cover. Like, okay, we wait. Sometimes you're doing the take, you're doing it again, then it does it at the same time.
The cover move. Let's become going it
was fun. And its factory was by Sam.
Sam was there. Yeah, we call him Uncle Sam because that's what we found. And his family, everyone was calling him Uncle Sam, so we also calling him Uncle Sam. Yeah, he was a carefree man. So he told us, this is yours. Do anything as long as you know, because he was a Montessori teacher. He was teaching at kindergarten schools, like so many. He was teaching music.
Okay.
So Zuli had to help me play music. He can take to schools. Yeah, for the children to rehearse and sing during their speech days and everything.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I didn't know the arrangement that they had, but it's good to know. Its factory. You were actually another brand when I met you. You had your own singles, but you also had a duo. You and Jim City. Tell me about that duo and what forced you guys to be together and how it was before the separation.
Actually, before Jim was doing hip hop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and according to the producers around Kambucha and Shewa and all those areas, no one was playing like Zulu by that time. Ngole say those producers like Parliament, the Washington, they were already there. But producers, a ghetto youth can afford. By that time, no one was playing like him. And all those schools around Shewa and Kamuchewa, they knew my music and they knew me, but they didn't know me physically and they didn't know Zulu times. So I had rumors around in the Bayais in Kamuchewa. You guys taking our girls, all schools are all talking about you and Zuli, blah 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 blah. But we don't come to your schools, we don't even know your schools, we don't know your friends, but they keep talking about you. Because of your music, So the time I went to perform on one school, was it called Cityside? Yeah, I remember it's Cityside in Cheva. That is where I met so many people, even Jim. So I told him, Jim, I think the music you're doing is not what you're doing. It's not what you're supposed to be doing, sorry. So I was like, let me take you to my brother. He came up with something, I think. So when we took Jim City, was doing hip hop. So he was like, no, let's try a rather something like overcame hip hop. So that is where Zuli tried changing him. Na ngere tukuja mu hip hop na kyagala kino kyali akola. So one day tuimba yakayimba ffe nazo linagamba nti manyi Brian mbadde njagala mutakuyiba manna nze mu production kubanga ndaba you can do it to go stekia tugamba it is okay tuyimbe tukole enyimba endala tulabe so twakola enyimba nyingi nnyo naye nga bwomanyi fene Zuli tulina engeri gyetutambula ne bwe tubeera na mukukiibwa always in the same way. Tutwalira waggulu oba wansi we are free to anyone. So ate Jimmy yalinga mukulu waffe naye batwamusanga muto oba mukulu saamanya but yaganga nnyo okuba owakabi but ninga all in all twagala nokweyalira what is building us, where are we coming from, what are we supposed to do, because we had all the connections, not all, by that time the connections we had, they were enough for us to get to know more. But I think nothing what happened new was actually. So what is funny, what separated us was very simple, because we went to some school in Mutiana, and the reason why we were here as a group perform, but instead nga banyanjula nze kale mbagamba no sikyayimba nga nze yedu ntugamba kati gogenda kujoyimbawo buyimbawo kino gyoyimba nejjeemu Unless you guys want to go jeans it. You know, one I get the new film. That's an angle. One on another. You travel as a and you have to get removed. You can get up, you get it wrong, but you don't talk to me, my twice. But for us, we knew we are doing it for brotherhood. Because brother, we were submitted to my team. So then number it is okay. You should see look at you out there to get your you to make it. So as time went on, to chimera. Ogenda ku show atwala CD recording ogenda everywhere like nga kuba shows na temumanyi.
Okay.
So I told this to him, I said, but the guy has a dream. Jatuli mumulemesa. Anybody to mulekana agenda nakuba ekirooto. Because maybe akikola mu nsobi tujja kwogera naye. Nga mpuliriza zuli mu mwaka tukireke. Era time went on. So Nalimba on taxi, and I never girlfriend. I'm talking to young Mulo is my friend. Wants you guys to do a song together. It was like, hey, so coming from Tinder, from Chiwatwe, never call a sound. When you recording a sim, Mulo that studio, but I tell all and Waka, so to call a Kayimba, shooting on a video. Yeah. Yeah, atwali abo kubandira benalina kumanyirako bibaza bya Solomon. Nampera ngamba no wimba wamwe ne mara abamanyi biki ngamba ekirungi. Agane inabayira ngira kola kimete mukula kola benda. Tewo mwatu yambira mtu wa kuspice dana. Spice dana kize ntukola fena. So
I think our listener is trying to change his sound.
Yeah,
We are
trying to grow. So that is when Xavier advised us to do a good video.
Yeah.
Even when Palazzo came in, was like, but you guys, you should do a very good video for this song. It can be an introduction. We're like, okay, what do you need to get any testing? Just not going to be on Saturday. We're going to we say, I need that. I need to know. So Zulu was calling people, I was calling people. And that was really the spark for us to break. Yeah, because they sent Jim, I think, money. And there's some videographer who also gave him money for Cesar to visit the video spice. Namwa ufrata anabagamba wate ufabisi. Kati tetwamanya ila because it was the same dream. Mutiyandi badamu gamba, but we have a song we want to push.
Yeah.
Every artist that was a friend to us, the Palacios, and everyone was helping us was posting that song.
Yeah.
But everyone, even the Naribos, was calling us in Nakudana
video.
Pushing
I
out
remember the time music when the biggest fan by interviews. But I'm taking on
yeah.
Guys, Jaga did you kind of Bruce Lee posting and posting.
Yeah. So we broke their hearts when they started posting Spice Diana's song. Ngawawanika na video coming soon. Ngawamba kubila kuna atwaba amani bantu tubatisa tisa. Ngawamanyi be music. But 4 people called me. 5 Palazzo na Lebo, Xavier, Kabaka Jones Oyo. Even Diana herself called me Nagamale. We are posting this song. James Tumulawata David.
I know it.
Yeah, I know it's not trying to do video. And the call there in a complaining that Nazuya Skatazuya Nam, Zuya on my daily and some of what I see. James and Richard again a match. Because our number got to do that.
That was the song. That was the song. I think it was the serious breakthrough.
Yeah, it was a very good song.
Because I traveled to Kolorimba. I was also there when we I wrote for you a verse in a song called
Africa.
And then after that, I think we were getting closer to becoming so more even closer, because you also always went to when you went to Mombasa, you guys shot videos. What I really like about you is mostly what everyone should have. Every artist actually has. We artists are not. We actually take music as number one. I think it might hurt our girlfriends, but the truth is, when you wake up, you're thinking of your music. How do I better it? How do I do this? I've seen you hustle from when you don't even have a coin and you get it. I mean, every penny you get, you're injecting it. And it reminded me of myself. That's why I give you all the support I have ever. I remember the reason why we did the remix of Accelerator. You did this song, and I found a beautiful song. I'm like, but what is wrong with the song? Why is it not making it? I just said, you know what, Zuli, tell Brian that I'm going to put my verse. Yeah. And all of a sudden you found a verse, you found everything done. What's up?